have just a few minutes with you today just to get to know you a little better as we progress through the interview process. And you are here to apply for the resettlement caseworker, correct? Yes. And in your own words, what do you understand that position to be?
I believe that position is a caseworker that wants to help out refugee families and get them settled in to where they're going to be at in the community, and just helping them socially, either through jobs, finding jobs, or anything that they need help with. For example,
one of the descriptions, how we describe your responsibilities, we talk about it as being a cultural broker.
okay.
How would you describe a cultural broker? What does that mean to you?
I think it means just bridging the gap between the culture here and the culture that they're coming from.
Tell us a little bit about that in your own life. Have you had cross-cultural experiences? Is there places in your life you could see yourself being that bridge? And have you done any of that sort of work before?
Mm-hmm. Well, I come from the Voong community, so it's very different coming out to just going out to different churches that's multicultural. So now that I'm attending a multicultural church, that's definitely a big difference, and I'm learning a lot. And I think that because the Voong community is so closed off sometimes, I feel like being the bridge builder between, it doesn't have to be just us. It's everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This case study position, it requires a certain level of assertiveness, and including home visits. And if you can just share with us a little bit about your ability to interact with new people, strangers. Are you comfortable doing that?
Sometimes I do get a little nervous, but I feel like I do have the ability to be assertive and to take action and to be the first one to say hello or initiate conversation.
What would be the best environment in which you operate? In which you're the most successful? What would be the work environment? Structural, high structure, low structure?
Let's see. I think I work best in an environment where I get a lot of feedback to know how I'm doing well. There's things I work on. I feel like I work better in an environment where everyone's really open and communication is key. Yeah.
As a Christian organization, we were looking for people who have a comfortable relationship with the church, but also a relationship with Jesus Christ, and have a call on their life. Can you tell us a little bit about both of those things in your life?
I've always felt like I've had a call to just missions, whether it's in the States or it's overseas. I feel like this position will help me grow culturally, and also sorry, can you repeat that last part again?
Just looking for something about God's call on your life.
Okay.
And also your relationship with the church and how you...
Okay, sorry. Yeah, I've always felt like I've had a calling in my life into missions and working with people of different cultures, and I love learning about different people and where they come from and where they're rooted. So I feel like God's called me to that. Yeah.
It looks like you have a trip overseas planned for this summer.
Yeah.
Have you done anything cross-culturally outside of the U.S. before this summer?
This will actually be my first trip overseas.
And languages that you're proficient in?
English. I know a little bit of Hmong, and I'm learning French right now.
The other thing this position requires is a number of skills that would be in helping someone deal with government, being able to use websites, do word processing, run databases, keep files, all of those kinds of things. Tell us a little bit about your skills in those areas.
I'm a very fast learner, so when you teach me one thing, I could probably pick it up right after. You probably wouldn't have to tell me again, but I'm very proficient, and I'm really good at most things on the computer. I can do word processing, and I also do like graphic design, and I've done administrative work too, so I know how to do like data entry and all that.
As a refugee enters into this country, tell us about the first few things that you, as a caseworker, would see that they need to understand.
I think the most important thing is just adjusting. It's a different culture, and it's a different atmosphere that they're coming into, and they're not used to that. I feel like the most important thing is just language as well, and then there might be difficulty and a barrier with that. Yeah.
As we draw to a close here, do you have questions for us?
One thing I was thinking about was where do you see your organization in like 5 years? What do you guys hope to accomplish even more than what you guys already accomplished?
I think we've positioned ourselves well to be in the forefront of where there are needs. Obviously, we can't always predict where the next crisis is going to hit and where the next group of refugees may come from, outside of what we're already dealing with. But it's really doing well what we're currently doing, and then always looking for those new opportunities so that we can be in front of that wave of need that may be coming. I think we have positioned ourselves well to be that aggressive in